Welcome back, explorers. We're doing something a little different for this deep dive. We're taking a look at ourselves.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
We're diving into an episode we did on Brilling. Teletubbies.
Yep, we went there.
You know how we like to dig deep and find those unexpected connections, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we asked ourselves this wild question. Are the Teletubbies like a necessary product of the 21st century?
Seriously. Sounds crazy, right?
Yeah. But there's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, there is.
So much more than you might think.
Way more than meets the eye. It made us rethink, like, what really matters in our world.
It really did.
Especially with all the media we consume.
Okay, so first things first.
Go for it.
We were struck by how postmodern the show is.
No, don't worry.
It's not as complicated as it sounds.
No jargon here.
We promise.
Basically.
It's about how the Teletubbies just, like, break all the rules of normal storytelling.
There's no straightforward plot. Things happen out of order. No clear lessons.
Kind of like how our world feels sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Information overload.
Totally.
Chaos mixed with structure. Things that just don't seem to make sense.
Yeah.
The Teletubbies hold a mirror up to that.
Reflecting all that back to us.
In this quirky, compelling way. It's like they're saying, hey, this is our world, folks. Weird, messy, but we can still find joy in it.
And that's where the Serenity part comes in, right?
Exactly. Even with all the absurdity, there's this calming effect to the show.
It makes you think of Zen Buddhism almost.
Oh, totally. It's that whole idea of finding peace right now.
In the moment.
Accepting things as they are.
And the Teletubbies, they're totally absorbed in their world.
Living it to the fullest.
With this pure, unadulterated joy. It's almost meditative to watch.
I think it is.
It's like an invitation to let go. To stop overthinking everything. Just be present.
Be present with the silliness, the simplicity.
The pure experience. Which is a welcome break.
Especially in our busy, overthinking world.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And it's not just the vibe of the show, right?
Right.
There's meaning in those characters.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And their world.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, Po, like archetypes.
They represent innocence, cooperation, diversity, and their home, the Tubbytronic Superdome.
Crazy name.
I know. It's this strange mix of technology and nature.
Like this self-sufficient utopia.
Almost like a model for harmony.
It's amazing how those tiny details.
The antenna, the TVs.
They represent our interconnected world.
Exactly. It's like they're hinting at a future where communication goes beyond borders.
But still rooted in shared experiences.
Kind of blows your mind when you think about it. Makes you wonder what's coming next.
It does.
A world where technology brings us closer together instead of dividing us.
Now let's talk about the idea of innocence. Not naivete, though.
Right, not naivete.
More like a state of being. Before cynicism.
Untouched by the weight of the world.
Exactly. The Teletubbies confront us with this pure, simple joy in the smallest things.
A flower blooming.
Yeah.
The sun rising. A hug.
They bring back that childlike wonder, the wonder we lose as we grow up.
And that made us question what it even means to be intelligent or sophisticated.
Their world has no hierarchy, no competition, no striving for more, just pure being.
There's a profound beauty in that.
I think so too.
And maybe even a challenge to our values. You know, in a world obsessed with achievement and status, the Teletubbies offer a different way to be.
They really do.
One that values joy, connection, and just being present.
And maybe that's why they appeal to both kids and adults, even if we don't fully realize it. You know, while we were working on this episode, something kept coming back to us.
What's that?
The visuals, those vibrant colors.
Oh, yeah. The rounded shapes.
The gentle movements.
Almost like a visual representation of Serenity itself.
Exactly. It's not just about being visually appealing, though. It goes deeper than that. It taps into our need for harmony and simplicity.
I see what you mean.
Think about it. Our world is full of sharp angles and harsh lines and jarring colors.
Yeah. Good point. No wonder we crave a little visual peace. And the Teletubbies, they deliver.
They really do. And this leads to another interesting idea. The Teletubbies as what we call slow media.
Slow media.
It's basically the opposite of most media today. They're not constantly vying for our attention.
It's true. Not like those jump cut loud videos.
Yeah.
All about that instant gratification.
Exactly. The Teletubbies are all about slowing down.
Savoring the moment.
Engaging with the content on a deeper level. The pacing, the repetition, the simple stories. It invites you to just be present.
To let your mind wander.
Which is such a valuable thing in our busy world.
It's like pushing back against the constant stimulation, you know?
I do. And that act of slowing down, that resistance, it's deeply connected to mindfulness.
Like,
Being aware of the present moment, without judgment. The Teletubbies offer a path to that, I think.
in their own quirky way.
In your own quirky way. Okay, but let's be real for a sec. As profound as all this is, it's still a pretty silly show.
It is, yeah.
I mean, you've got a talking vacuum cleaner and a BB-faced son.
And the Teletubbies themselves, speaking their own made-up language.
Exactly, and we don't want to downplay that. We think embracing that absurdity is part of the show's charm. It lets us let go.
Not overthink things. Just enjoy the pure silliness.
Yeah, it's a reminder to laugh at ourselves sometimes, not take things too seriously, which, let's be honest, we all need a little bit of. Another interesting thing that came up in our episode was the idea of utopia.
Oh, yeah. We talked about how the Teletubbies world, with all the cooperation and harmony, it's like a utopian ideal.
It is like a vision of a world without stress or complexity, a return to simple joys.
Of course, it's an idealized vision. We're not saying we should all live in the Tubbytronic Superdome, speaking gibberish.
No. But it can still be a source of inspiration, right?
It can.
It's a reminder that a better world is possible if we can just tap into those core values. Kindness,
Yeah.
compassion, cooperation.
And that yearning for a better world. I think it's something we all feel, deep down. And the Teletubbies give us a glimpse of what that could look like.
They do, in their own whimsical way.
It's amazing how a simple children's show can spark such profound reflections, isn't it?
It is, and that's why we love doing what we do, digging into these unexpected parts of culture.
It reminds us that meaning can be found anywhere, if we're open to seeing it. We've covered a lot of ground with the Teletubbies, but we still haven't answered the big question.
A big one.
Are they really a necessary product of the 21st century? That's a big claim.
It is. Time to break it down. Get ready for some thought-provoking stuff.
So we've talked about all these different layers of Teletubbies, postmodernism, symbolism, the utopia thing, even mindfulness and slow media.
We've really gone deep, haven't we?
Deep dive, right? But there's that core question from our strange Serenity episode. Are the Teletubbies really truly a necessary product of the 21st century? That was a pretty bold statement.
It was.
So why did we even go there?
Well, I think it starts with acknowledging where we are, the world we live in. It's complex.
It is.
Technology is changing so fast, we're bombarded with information and society. It feels more divided than ever.
Sometimes it feels like we're losing sight of what really matters. Connection, joy, just basic kindness.
And that's where the Teletubbies come in. They offer something different, like a radical counterpoint.
How so?
They remind us of those basic fundamental things. Joy, connection, curiosity. Those are universal, right? They go beyond culture.
Yeah, they do. And that's part of what's so fascinating about the show. They communicate across cultures, across languages.
Even with their limited vocabulary, those simple gestures.
It's incredible, really, when you think about how much communication breaks down in our world. Misunderstandings, conflict.
The Teletubbies offer this vision of shared experience, like a reminder that we're all more alike than we are different.
And that's something we need more of, right?
Yeah.
Unity, shared humanity.
Yeah.
Especially now, with all the division.
We do. We also talked about this idea of hyper-individualism, this focus on achievement, self-promotion, personal happiness.
Are you saying we've forgotten about community? About caring for others, working together for something bigger?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. And the Teletubbies, they offer this antidote to that. They're all about cooperation, sharing, celebrating each other. It's a world of abundance, generosity. Everyone's needs are met, and joy comes from shared experiences.
It's a big contrast to how our world works, isn't it? All that competition.
It is, and maybe that's why they resonate so much, even if we don't realize it. They tap into that longing for connection, for belonging, for a world where we're not always striving and competing.
Okay, but some people might be thinking, come on, it's a kid's show. You're reading way too much into this.
That's fair. But we always say on Strange Serenity, sometimes the simplest things have the most profound messages.
And the Teletubbies, with their simple world, their focus on basic emotions, their celebration of togetherness, they offer this antidote to the craziness of modern life.
Exactly. They remind us that joy can be found in the simplest things, that connection is crucial, that cooperation is how we build a better world. Those are timeless messages, but even more powerful in the 21st century, when so many of us are feeling lost, overwhelmed, disconnected.
So the big question, do we really believe the Teletubbies are a necessary product of our times?
It's complicated, right? No easy answer.
But they made us think. They challenged our assumptions, reminded us that even in unexpected places, we can find hope, beauty, connection.
And that's what strange serenity is all about, exploring the strange and serene, finding meaning in the unexpected.
So, what do you think? Did this deep dive change how you see the Teletubbies?
Or maybe how you see our world.
Share your thoughts with us.
Yeah.
Let's keep the conversation going because the best discoveries, the ones that really matter, we make those together.